Hello everyone, dear friends. You are on the Melonfonk channel. In this video I'm going to tell you the scariest stories in Melon Playground. But before we start, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys right here who made it into this video. And if you want to be in my next video, just do a few fairly simple things. 1. Subscribe to the channel. 2. Put a like under this video. 3. Write a top comment of 3 words or more so that it can make it into my next video. Well, fulfill the conditions, it's very simple. Enjoy watching. So friends, in this video I'm going to tell you some interesting stories, some of them may seem really scary. By the way, I'd like to tell you about the fact that my page with my works appeared in Workshop. Now you can support my channel by jumping in any mod, just write the word Melonfonk in the search, then you will find my works, you can buy them, download and use without any problems. I will be glad if you buy my works. But even if you will not buy these works, just give them likes, add them to your favorites. I will be madly pleased if you do this. I think that this work potato deserves your likes and your additions selected that. Well, let's move on to stories. A cursed laboratory. Young researcher Melon decided to infiltrate an old laboratory, about which there were strange rumors. The locals claimed that experiments with other dimensions had been conducted here, and that once a malfunction had caused something to escape. Since then, the lab had been closed, and anyone who tried to enter disappeared. Melon stepped inside. The faint light of his flashlight picked out the crumbling walls, cracked glass capsules, and scattered instruments from the darkness. But something was wrong. It seemed to him that he was not alone. Periodically, he heard rustles and light footsteps behind him. Once, turning around, he noticed a shadow flickering around the corner. In the depths of the lab, Melon found an old terminal that still had records on it. In them, the scientists were talking about a portal that had suddenly gotten out of control. Suddenly a creaking sound was heard behind him. Turning around, he saw something. It was a figure of cloying darkness, with several sinister eyes glowing in it. The creature moved towards him, and Melon ran away. On the way out, the laboratory seemed to come to life. Doors slammed on their own, walls shook, and the creature's footsteps grew closer. At the last moment, Melon found an old escape hatch and climbed out. But when he turned around, he noticed that his shadow was behaving strangely, as if moving separately from him. What do you think the shadow ended up doing to Melon? And rate this story from 1 to 10. I hope you enjoy this format. And if you put likes and write in the comments that you like this format, I will do it a lot more often. Maybe we can turn this into a column? Write in the comments and let's move on to the next story. A living mannequin. Melon was working as a security guard at an old shopping center that was being prepared for demolition. It was his last night on the job and he decided to take a look around the building before closing. Everything was familiar until he reached the clothing department. There were mannequins standing in one of the display cases. Melon noticed that one of them seemed to turn its head. He figured it was a play of light, but the feeling of unease never left him. Sometime later, coming back through the same department, he saw that there were more mannequins, and they were looking directly at him. Melon heard the floor creak behind him. He turned around sharply and saw one of the mannequins jump off the catwalk and freeze a few feet away. He ran, but it seemed the mannequins were chasing him. They appeared in one corridor and then another, moving in jerky movements. Finally he reached the main exit, but the doors were blocked. In the darkness, he felt a touch on his shoulder. When he turned around, he saw a mannequin right in front of him. Before he could scream, the lights in the building went out, and a morning round of workers showed that Melon was gone. The only thing they found was a mannequin that looked strikingly like him. What do you think happened to the Melon in question? What did those dummies do to him? Why did he turn into a mannequin? And was it really true? I'll be very interested to hear what you think about it. Did you like the story? Write about it in the comments. Well, and rate each story from 1 to 10. Let's see which story you liked the most, and let's move on to the next story. A dollhouse. Melon, a lover of old things, found a small wooden dollhouse at a flea market. The seller claimed that the house belonged to a famous craftsman who had disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Melon decided to take it home. From the very beginning, something strange happened to the house. At night, Melon would hear soft whispers, and in the morning he would find the dolls in other rooms of the house, even though he knew he hadn't touched them. One day he noticed that one of the dolls had changed her expression, her eyes looking directly at him. Soon Melon began to notice strange things in his apartment. Objects moved, doors opened by themselves. One day, when he looked into the dollhouse, he saw a miniature copy of his apartment with a doll that looked remarkably like him. Melon tried to get rid of the dollhouse, but it kept reappearing in his home. On the last night, he awoke to the sound of footsteps. Turning his head, he saw a huge doll with empty eyes standing by his bed. The next day, his friends found the apartment empty. The only thing left was a dollhouse with a new figure inside. She looked exactly like Melon. Sounds insanely creepy. Personally, I find stories like this just make me shudder to some sort of horror. I think the image of the doll is exactly as horrifying to many people as it is to me. What do you think about it? Be sure to write in the comments. Rate this story from 1 to 10 in the comments. Which story did you like the most? I will be insanely interested to know your opinion. Don't forget to put a like and subscribe to my channel for this format, if you like it, of course. Well, this is where my video comes to an end. Thank you all for watching. Good luck everyone, bye bye, and remember buddy, as always, see you the other day.